we're going to explain the ways to use the wall attachment tape, which is this product, and the wall curtain, which a lot of you are used to using the blue and white product that attaches to the foundation wall. The wall attachment tape has a felt fiber on the back, a real microfiber. And on the reverse side, it has a release paper and a very aggressive adhesive. This product is used on rough brick surfaces. It's typically used if you're going about this high up a crawl space floor and you just want to flip a liner up to it and seal it. That's a very good application for it. It's also good if you're going 8, 10, 20 feet up a foundation wall with a vapor barrier. The wall attachment tape is very good because the wall curtain only comes, the maximum width of that is 4 feet. And obviously you wouldn't want to take that and only come up 6 inches up the foundation wall. So the wall attachment tape goes on with a small bead. If you have a really rough surface, you'll use more of the magic adhesive. The trick to this is to, when you attach this product, you want like 60–70% of the product is not to be attached to the adhesive. I want it to act as if it's a hinge when you attach it. So you put it on a 3/16 bead. You possibly, at some areas, you could use a 1/4 inch, but 3/16 is the size bead you want to use. You put the tape on, and when it cures, this is what you want. Obviously, some of you have used this, but you're going to want to pull the release paper back when you finish letting it dry for an hour or 2 or however long you need to, and you're just going to stick your liner to that. That's a very aggressive adhesive, waterproof. Once it seals, it makes a waterproof bond. So I'm going to push that back. The wall curtain would be an application that was going 1.5 foot up the foundation wall, 2.5. The 4-foot product, you want to maybe go a 3.5 foot wall. And we'll show you how to apply that. That's a little simpler. Put a bead of adhesive, push it in, and it's over. This one's critical to leave that space. Very, very critical there. So before we show you how fast the process is, let me show you some samples here. You know, people call in and they think the liner, the substrate has to be clean or dry or whatever. This brick is probably 150-year-old brick that came out of a fireplace in an old house. And we can actually attach to that. The substrate, if the substrate fails, the adhesion will fail, but that's about the only way. That's the wall curtain. This is a new brick, which is also hard to stick to. This has the wall tape on it. And these are old samples, so they've been around for a while, but I'm going to pull this. I'm going to pull the release paper off. It's got the hinge on the back that we discussed. And I'm just going to take a piece of liner and stick it on there, and that is how easy the wall tape is to use. So leave that hinge. You can stick pretty much any liner. We have the 9 mil, the 15 mil that will attach to that. Here's another old brick with the wall attachment tape stuck, and also the wall curtain. So let's go into the application. I usually make a pretty big mess doing this, but I want to put a 3/16 bead. We use a battery-powered caulk gun. If you're going to do more than one job, you will need to invest in a battery-powered caulk gun. This tape is not really the best substrate to stick to. It's the best for doing samples. So that's a tiny bead. That's actually a little small for what I would want to do, but I'm going to take the wall tape. I'm going to take a strip, I'm going to put the felt, I'm going to put it up in here, and that's it. That's how simple that is. Let it dry, it's going to have this little flip up at the bottom. Okay. Now, one of the big questions is how long do you have to let it dry? If you use this stuff every day, you might get by with 30 minutes to an hour. We recommend you come in, put the wall tape up wherever you're using it immediately when you arrive at the location. Some contractors within 45 minutes can pull the tape off and stick the liner to it, or less. If it's a really rough process, wall, substrate, we might even wait till the next day, because once it's cured, you can stick the liner and you can't pull it off. So this is a little different. This is the wall curtain. I prefer to put a little more for the wall curtain than the wall attachment tape. I pre-cut this roll. This is just a section of the wall curtain. You want to take the blue side and the felt, the fiber, and attach it to the wall. So all you're going to do here is you're going to unroll the roll under the house. And that's essentially how difficult it is. It's still, immediately, it's workable enough. It's obviously not stuck, but it's workable enough to run it. This process is very, very fast. This is going to take maybe half the time to do this, but when this application is required for a high crawl or a low crawl, or one that makes all kinds of complicated turns, you may want to use this. So, wall attachment tape, leave the hinge, wall curtain, you do whatever you want to with that. I mean, that'll pretty much work in a low crawl space. Call us if you have any questions, but the process is very, very important. The adhesive, you got to use the magic everyone calls and says, if you put the wall tape up without our adhesive, it might even off-gas through the liner and make it fall off the wall. So just use the magic for this process. And remember, you can stick to pretty much any brick or block or stone that you need to with this system.